Folks, I'd like to talk about a couple of words that I am researching. Subtle and obvious. If there was a book with 100 chapters and 100 people read one chapter, all different, no one read the same chapter, and then they got together and sat and discussed it, then each would give their opinion of what that book is about. In 1890, a book was published entitled The Indian Horrors and Massacres by the Red Man, fully illustrated. Indian Horrors. Indian is a word that these many folks that was already here, they gave them that name. They called him Indian. And this is a book about their massacres by the Red Man, thrilling narrative of bloody wars with merciless and revengeful savages. Red Cloud. These chapters are all about how terrible these Indians were. White Eagle. And they explained how savage they were. And gave us heroes to admire. A propaganda book put out in 1890 so we could take their land and rape them and kill them and take their children away. Quite obvious. Hello, Rock. Hello, Rock. Gee, you're a pretty rock. Are all these other rocks your friends? Is this one your mother? Is this one your father? There are lots of things I could do with a nice rock like you. I could take you home to show my mother. Or I could drop you in a puddle and watch the circles grow. Do you mind getting wet, Rock? I could carry you in my pocket forever for good luck and show you to all my friends. Or I could paint you with blue paint and give you to my dad for a paperweight. Wouldn't you feel important sitting up on his desk? If you were a diamond rock, I could sell you and get rich. But I wouldn't. I'd give you to my grandma. If you were teeny weeny, you'd be a grain of sand. Then I'd make you and your friends into a big castle. If you were real big, you'd be a mountain, and I would climb to the top of you and look around if my mother would let me. But I'm glad you're not as big as a mountain, or as small as a grain of sand, or as valuable as a diamond. I like you just the way you are. Goodbye, Rock. I'll be back to see you tomorrow. Don't go away. I left out one page. If you were bigger, I could get behind you and hide from Indians. Welcome back to Frog Pond School, Season 2, The Dawn of the Storyteller. This stone has no sharp edges. Every spot on the stone has been pressure flaked to give a soft edge. Pressure flaked and then sanded, probably. This is something I should have mentioned when I did a video on color cups, but each one will have a little channel on one side of the color cup, and it makes it appear that when the grinding of the color is done in here, it must run off. I found two tool uses on this stone. One was a color cup, and the other one is an abrasion crescent and a sharp crescent right here. And both of them is for a large OD something, like a spear. And you can see the wear on both sides was for making something round. That is my creek name. Now, let's talk about spears for a bit. These men and women of the ancient days were very robust, and to encounter one, you would not want to upset them if their normal tools were the spear, and a pocket full of rocks. Some of those folks, no doubt, were more talented with their accuracy, with their hunting, with both stones and spear. But with a trained individual, even a stick makes everyone equal. Anthropology. I finally found the word of what my study is. I like big words. When I was a barefooted child in the woods, I always carried a stick. There was thorn bushes, spider webs. As a child, I learned how to walk through the woods and avoid different steps and different things, but I always carried a stick.